The fiery sun peeks over the horizon, painting the tranquil village in a warm, golden glow. Henry, a farmer with a gentle smile, is already in the expansive fields, ready for the day's toil. Bruno, a majestic buffalo, moves with rhythmic steps, his immense frame pulling the plow through rich, fertile soil. Henry walks beside Bruno, occasionally patting his flank, a quiet understanding passing between them. Under the relentless sun, vast golden fields stretch to the horizon, shimmering with the heat of the day. Bruno, his back bowed, strains against the immense weight of a cart overflowing with the season's bounty. Each deliberate step is a testament to his struggle, his ragged breathing a harsh rhythm in the quiet air. From a distance, Henry observes Bruno, a subtle furrow deepening on his brow as he takes in the scene. He notes Bruno's slower pace, the increased effort in his movements, the silent narrative of time's relentless march. Henry's gaze holds a profound understanding, a quiet recognition of the toll taken by the fields and years. In the dim barn, a sliver of fading daylight pierces through the weathered wooden walls, bathing Henry and Bruno in a soft glow. Henry's hand gently pats Bruno's flank, a rhythmic, comforting sound echoing in the hushed space. Bruno, the gentle giant, turns his head slowly, his eyes reflecting an unspoken understanding of Henry's heavy heart. Henry, his voice thick with emotion, whispers to the horse, "You've been a good friend, Bruno. The best." A profound sadness settles over Henry's face as he shares the inevitable truth. "It's time for us to say goodbye, old boy." His voice, barely a whisper, reaffirms the difficult decision. It's for the best, a tear tracing a path down his cheek. Twilight descends upon the forest edge, casting long, eerie shadows as Bruno takes his first hesitant steps into the unknown. The vast, green expanse before him is a blend of inviting promise and daunting mystery, illuminated by the fading sun. He pauses, a solitary figure at the precipice of a new beginning, his gaze drawn back to the distant farm. One last, lingering look at his past before he turns, embracing the wild, untamed embrace of the woods. Under a sliver of moonlight, Bruno, a massive buffalo, ventures deeper into the forest, his silhouette a moving shadow. The forest canopy overhead creates an intricate pattern of light and dark, deepening the mystery of the night. His heavy hooves disturb the quiet, rustling through a thick carpet of fallen leaves as he seeks respite. The wind whispers through the trees, carrying the haunting, distant calls of unseen creatures. An unsettling ambiance envelops Bruno as he moves through the unfamiliar, shadowy depths of the woods. Under the pale moonlight, a dark, imposing cave mouth looms, a silent invitation into the unknown. Bruno approaches the cavern, his silhouette stark against the deepening twilight, a shiver running through him. He pauses, sniffing the cold night air, an instinctual caution guiding his every move. With a hesitant step, Bruno crosses the threshold, seeking refuge from the encroaching chill of the night. The darkness swallows him whole, leaving only the echoing silence of the vast, cold cave. The moonlight paints long, eerie shadows across the forest clearing, a silent stage for unseen drama. Hidden behind a thick bush, Zippy the sly fox watches intently, his eyes glowing with cunning. His gaze is fixed on Bruno, who vanishes into the dark maw of a nearby cave. A mischievous glint, quickly followed by a primal hunger, flickers in Zippy's sharp eyes. A predatory thought ignites. An opportunity for a meal has presented itself in the moonlit clearing. Zippy streaks through the moonlit forest, a tiny blur against the dark, towering trees. He bursts into Striker's lair, the powerful tiger's eyes glowing ominously in the dim light. Breathless, Zippy begins his dramatic tale, paws gesturing wildly. "Striker, you won't believe it!" His voice rings with feigned urgency. "A buffalo! A huge buffalo just barged into our hunting grounds!" Under the cloak of night, Striker prowls through the dense forest, his fur bristling with an intense, palpable fury. Each powerful paw lands with a soft, rhythmic thud, a subtle echo in the profound stillness of the woods. The damp earth yields beneath his weight, a silent testament to his formidable presence. Behind him, Zippy trots with eager energy, a small, vibrant shadow against the vast, dark expanse. Together, they cut a path through the hushed night, an unspoken journey unfolding in the moonlit depths. Deep within the cave's oppressive darkness, Bruno's ears twitch, catching the faint, chilling sound of approaching footsteps. His body tenses, every muscle coiling with primal instinct, a silent predator ready to strike or flee. A flicker of fear and cunning crosses his eyes as his mind races, assessing the dire situation with lightning speed. He devises a desperate plan, a silent, desperate prayer to avoid the impending confrontation in the oppressive gloom. Bruno's chest heaves, drawing a deep, shuddering breath in the oppressive cave air. A guttural roar erupts from him, a sound of raw power that dwarfs any beast's cry. The booming sound slams against the rough cave walls, twisting and amplifying its menace. The cavern trembles, consumed by the terrifying echo of his primal scream. In the cavern's depths, Bruno's guttural voice echoes, a chilling prelude to his hunger. His eyes, burning with a terrifying hunger, lock onto Zippy, a predator's gaze. Bruno's low growl fills the cave. "Zippy, why have you only brought me one tiger today?" His voice, thick with menace, adds, "I'm still hungry after eating the last 3. The cavern seems to hold its breath, anticipating Bruno's next move, a primal tension hanging heavy. At the dark cave's mouth, Stryker freezes, eyes wide with terror, a monstrous voice echoing in the night. His powerful frame trembles, paralyzed by an unseen fear, the weight of the voice crushing him. Zippy, bewildered by Stryker's sudden terror, tilts her head, confusion clouding her features. She quickly moves to Stryker's side, a silent reassurance in her touch, trying to break his trance. The stark contrast of their reactions paints a vivid picture against the ominous blackness of the cave entrance. Zippy, eyes wide with urgency, gestures wildly at the cave entrance, his voice a hushed whisper. "It's a trick, Stryker. Don't fall for it. You just need to be brave," Zippy insists, his plea echoing. With deliberate movements, Zippy begins to unspool a length of rope from his pack, a plan forming. He holds the rope, a symbol of their impending bond, his gaze fixed on Stryker. "Here's what we'll do. We'll tie ourselves together," Zippy declares, his voice firm and resolute. "That way, if you get scared again, you can't abandon me," Zippy concludes, a desperate hope in his eyes. In the chilling darkness of the forest, Stryker's face is a mask of deep reluctance, his eyes wide with unspoken fear. Zippy, with determined hands, fastens a rope around them both, a silent pact against the encroaching shadows. The air crackles with palpable tension as their tethered forms begin a hesitant, slow journey back toward the cave. Each step is heavy, fraught with an invisible burden, as Stryker's fear becomes a tangible presence, clinging to them. The forest path seems to swallow them whole, the darkness amplifying every rustle, every creak of the trees. Stryker's terror is a cold, suffocating shroud, a silent scream lost in the vast, unforgiving night. In the cave's deep shadows, Bruno's ears twitch, catching the faint sounds of cautious return. A mischievous glint sparks in his eyes, a silent promise of impending chaos. He shifts, a predatory grace in his movements, anticipating his next dramatic act. A wicked smile plays on his lips, a silent declaration to escalate his performance. The cave waits, holding its breath for Bruno's unfolding spectacle. Bruno's voice booms through the cavern, an echo of his exaggerated anger filling the ancient space. He glares, his frustration palpable as he addresses an unseen target. "Zippy, you foolish fox!" Bruno roars, his words reverberating off the cold stone walls. "I told you to bring me 2 tigers, but you've only brought 1 again," he exclaims, his voice escalating. His final words hang heavy in the air, a dramatic accusation. "Do you want me to starve?" At the dark cave entrance, Stryker's eyes bulge, reflecting a horrifying realization. His face contorts with a mixture of disbelief and utter terror. He believes Zippy has betrayed him, leading him to an inescapable, terrifying fate. A primal, guttural roar rips from deep within his throat. The panicked sound echoes, swallowed by the oppressive darkness of the cave. His scream is a desperate plea, a sound of inevitable doom. In the dark forest, Striker the tiger bolts through the undergrowth, driven by a primal, overwhelming fear. His powerful legs churn the earth, a blur of muscle and terror, as he flees deeper into the shadows of the night. Suddenly, a rope tied to him snaps taut, a harsh jolt ripping through the frantic escape. Zippy, the monkey, is violently yanked off his feet, his small form sent airborne by the sudden force. Helplessly, Zippy is dragged behind the fleeing tiger, a desperate, silent plea in his wide eyes. The terrifying journey continues, a struggle for survival against the brutal, unforgiving momentum of the wild. Zippy is violently dragged through thorny bushes, his small body scraping against the sharp, unforgiving branches. He is pulled over jagged rocks that bite into his fur and around thick, ancient trees, the forest a blur of pain. His desperate yelps of pain, sharp and piercing, are swallowed by the frantic sounds of Striker's escape. The cries fade into the rustling leaves and snapping twigs, a chilling symphony of chaos in the deep woods. Bruno emerges from the dark cave mouth, a silhouette against the moonless night. His eyes, sharp and knowing, follow Striker and Zippy as they vanish into the forest's inky depths. A slow, proud smile begins to spread across Bruno's face, illuminated by an unseen light. The forest swallows the last glimpse of Striker and Zippy, leaving only rustling leaves. Bruno's smile widens, a silent testament to a plan well executed. He stands alone, the quiet night echoing his triumphant pride. The first blush of morning light spills over the forest, painting the leaves in vibrant hues of emerald and gold. Bruno emerges at the cave's mouth, his face upturned, bathing in the sun's gentle, life-giving warmth. The air, heavy with the scent of damp earth and pine, holds a profound stillness, a silent promise of peace. A stark contrast to the previous night's tumult, a profound quiet settles over the landscape, embracing Bruno. His eyes, once shadowed by the chaos, now reflect the serene, golden glow of the new day. He stands as a sentinel of dawn, absorbing the tranquil morning after the storm, a beacon of peace. Golden sunlight pierces the dense forest canopy, painting dappled patterns on the lush green floor. A family of deer graze peacefully, their movements fluid and serene, amidst the quiet rustle of leaves. Nearby, a tiny rabbit twitches its nose, its ears swiveling, ever alert to the subtle whispers of the woods. Suddenly, all creatures freeze, their heads turning in unison toward an unseen presence. A hush falling over the forest. A palpable sense of awe and respect emanates from the animals, a silent tribute to Bruno's legendary cleverness. Sunlight filters through the verdant canopy, painting a small forest clearing with dappled light. Bruno, a majestic bull, grazes with unhurried grace, his presence radiating quiet dignity. He moves with the deliberate calm of a revered forest elder, not just an animal but a respected figure. An ancient wisdom emanates from Bruno, acknowledged and revered by the unseen life swirling around him. The setting sun bathes the forest in a fiery embrace, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. Long, ethereal shadows dance across the forest floor, stretching and twisting with the last light of day. Amidst the golden glow, Bruno stands tall and proud, a figure of quiet triumph. The air around Bruno seems to hum, a silent vibration of lingering cleverness and hard-won victory. His presence radiates a subtle power, a testament to intellect overcoming raw might. Bruno's gaze is calm and resolute, reflecting the enduring strength of a sharp mind in the fading light.